Okay, I am here at old Fort McClellan, and that street is the one that goes up to, I think it's Grace Fellowship Chapel now. It was a chapel I went to at basic training in the summer of 1987. This is the company parking lot, and as you can see, there's a lot of trash being thrown here. But the interesting thing is, right beside the company parking lot was our PT pit, and our PT pit was special. None of the other companies in the battalion had our lovely PT pit. Our PT pit was made out of gravel, slowly eroding, but that gravel used to get into your knees and the small of your back and your elbows, and invariably every other day when we came out of the PT pit, we'd have bloody knees, bloody elbows, and small back would often be bloody. Up behind here, two of the other platoons had their barracks back up in here. And then over this way was a couple other buildings, the company headquarters building, and there was like a building for linens and that type of thing. And then the other two platoons were across the road up here, and I'm going to go up there. That's where I was. But really, there's very little here to show that there was ever anything, anything here. You can tell there were buildings here once, but it's been a long time since there's been anything here. So anyway, I'll video some more when I have something here to show. You can see I'm still here off the parking lot. You can see the edge of the PT pit parking lot here, and then we do have a concrete pad here. I tried to go up where I thought the barracks was, but I didn't see anything. I'm gonna walk over here towards where the company headquarters building was and see what's over here. Looks like they, when these trees were taken down, it looks like they had some pretty heavy equipment in here working on it. So this looks like wood here, and a recliner over there. So not really traces of very much here. Okay. I am across the road here from where the company headquarters was, and there was a chow hall over there, as I remember, and then over here there were 2 barracks for 4 platoons. One was over there, but that was part of a different company. I don't know that that was even occupied when I was here. And then you come here, and then this is I believe our company's other 2 platoons, and I don't really remember being in this bay at all, except I think we were over here for inspection when the battalion commander inspected us at the end of basic training. You can see there's still some tiles here on the floor. Likely these are original, back to 1987, and so they've been highly shined in their past. The bathrooms were set up like this. So you can see here you have several different levels going on, and so that would have been the back of the barracks, and this would have been the front here. And then for the people in this platoon, they would come up here to go into the bathroom and showers. And you can't see which was bathroom and which was shower anymore. And then if you go over here, these would be blocked off. You wouldn't be able to go from one side to the other in here. This would have been my side, this side I was on. And everything looks just like it should. So this would have been showers. You can see here's a shower hole. I'm pretty sure that's a shower hole. If it's not, it's a toilet hole, but I think it's a shower hole. It's a toilet. Okay, so that was probably the shower stalls over there. And then the toilets here. The washer and dryer were in here. I think the washer and dryer were right along there. And the person who had night guard, security guard at night, fire guard, would do laundry all night. So everybody had got their laundry clean. And as you came in, so this would be down towards that, you can see there is a little bit of tile left. And this was what it looked like behind here. You would have, I thought we were out in the middle of the wilderness because we didn't know any different. And as you can see back there, that would give you every impression that that's the way it is. These trees are not that old though, so at some point they harvested all of them. And so you can see, looks like this right here would have been where my bunk would have been, and so probably had many tough hours right there. And down somewhere in here, yeah, this probably would have been where there was a little furnace room right here. And there was a back way out of here. But this was all open bay barracks with bunks all the way down. And wow, not much left of it. You can see the hideous light green paint there. I think the whole interior of the building was pretty much that hideous green or white back when I was here. So when I talk about coming in and putting my stuff on my bunk for the first time. The window that was painted over and had scratched in it, "Welcome to Hell," was actually right about there. No longer there. So this would have been where we came in and out. And this would have been the area where we formed up in for stuff in the morning. And again, people have just been dumping trash here, which is a shame. And it's been logged, which is fine. Let's see if there's anything over here. Again, this was another company's, and even the texture of the different levels is different. That one is a perfect match. So I'm gonna try and go down now here and see if I can see anything where like the mess hall was. But this is it. This area right here is where I toiled for many hours a long time ago. The sign up there says Ossington, and that's the platoon area I told you about. And across the street here, this is where the mess hall was. I'll back off a little bit. This is where the mess hall was, and then the PT Pit and the company and all that stuff down there. And there's really almost nothing left. So in the company area, really the only remnants are the parking lot, the PT Pit, and the foundation of the building I stayed in. Really not a whole lot left here to even look at. It's amazing how much it's disappeared. Anyway, so we will get some more pictures. Okay, so I came up that I had to park. They've got barricades because all these people setting, dumping stuff. I walked up there, was trying to do what I thought was the 2-mile run course. And all the buildings are destroyed and everything else, pretty much like the one we investigated. But on my way back here, sort of hiding in the woods, is another building. It looks like a barracks building. Anyways, I'm going to walk up there and we'll see what we got. So that's where I just was. And here is the building. This is exactly what they used to look like on the outside. They were painted this color. This would have been just like my barracks as far as the color. And I don't see any numbers on this one, so it's kind of hard to see what it is. So let's go in and take a look around. What I'll do is I'll do a little tour and then I'll come back through. Okay, so the road I came up, there were no buildings, but suddenly here there's all these buildings. When I came out the other side of the building I went in, on the door it says Army Investigators Office, and they've painted over the numbers on the building there. If I was going to guess, I'd say like 3215, something like that. So there's a building there and a building there. And the neat thing about this is, although it's set up a little different than the barracks, it's basically the same thing as the barracks I had, in that the block walls are the same, the color's the same. If you see that sort of sickening looking green there, that's the same. You can see it peeling over there. Those were the casement windows that I had. None of these walls were here. These internal walls, you can tell they're pretty makeshift. You can see the beam, that's appropriate to what I remember. And Really the only thing of interest here, other than just the sort of mere outlay without the walls, is you can see the bathroom, and this gives you an idea of the bathroom. This is set up like ours with, you see the door there, that's the same kind of old door it had, and the rail, and there was a wash sink like that, and you know, the washer and dryer were in here. You can probably tell where they were. Yeah, the washer and dryer were right there, so the sinks would have been there, and urinals here, and those are the bathroom stalls. It's a little different than those Marine Corps ones at Parris Island. And yeah, this is pretty typical. This is what a shower stall looked like. Just a little room. So this is this building. It's very similar to the one I was in. Very similar. Just take out all those internal walls, and that's it. So, right over there is the building I was in, and you can see here this is 3252. Those are the old building numbers, so they should correspond to what people remember from the past. And there's several buildings here all right together. I don't remember any of this area, but let's go in and look at this one. This one's more straight through. It's not like a rabbit warren so much like the other one. But anyway, we'll walk through here. And this is the bathroom, I guess, yeah. Yep. Again, this one's been divided up into rooms. My understanding is they did some ROTC summer stuff here after they no longer were doing basic training here. So I'm pretty sure these buildings were actually toured in one of the videos available on YouTube. I just saw the name Derek Young scratched on that desk, and somebody included that in their video. So it is raining. It's a good thing I'm close to my car. It starts a downpour. I'm not even going to open that. We'll let that stay down. Not really much to see here. This is definitely life after people kind of stuff. Somebody had a sofa set up here. And so anyway, this is this building. These buildings are still standing, but the basic training ones, they are down over where we were at. Those are all torn down, nothing there. And there's really not much here. All right, those vents are the old vents, so those look familiar. Just things like the structure of the building, the block, the paint, the beams, the vents. Some of that stuff in the bathrooms are pretty much exactly like they were, even those old doors. These internal walls, I don't know when they were built, but they were put in much later. So. Okay, this one is attached to the 3252 like we were talking about. But this one's interesting in that it doesn't have some of these internal walls here at the front. So you can see this is how now there are walls down there, but as you walk in and you see these posts, And the beams, the walls, the case windows, the floor. This is all exact. If you put bunks in here, this would have been exactly what the bay looked like. And the interesting thing is you can see that that beam is given out over there. And anyway, this is interesting because this is the first one I've been in without walls the whole way through, so you can get an idea. Okay, now that's 3252. There's that building I just went in. That was the one that had partially open bay there, like I remember. And then across here's another building. I'm going to go in through there real quick. But back here is a steep drop off into, you know, it's almost like a quarry or something, the way it drops off way down. So when I get on Google Maps, that may help determine where I'm at. Looks like I see a Spanish style building way out across over there. So anyways, that should help orient me. Okay, so that building I said I was going to go into, I went into, and on the other side you can see 3253B. Again, there's that drop off back there. I'm on the other side of this building. So anyway, but I wanted to, this building is completely divided up into rooms like the other ones. So there's not a lot to show there. It pretty much looks like what we've seen so far. So, okay, I came over here and 3253A. I'm pretty sure these two buildings were covered by a previous YouTuber. So keep door closed, you can read that. I'll go ahead and keep it on through this one, but it looks just like the other one. It's been divided up. Again, like the others, you can see the old green paint. You can still see the old columns, beams. Tile floor, still the same. Every one of these buildings, they built so many of them, but they build them all pretty much the same. There's a little difference in where the furnace is or how they did the bathroom based on the grade. Like this one you go up into the bathroom. And so I don't know whether they kept these up to do police training in or what they, it seems like they just kept these few buildings up as a token, but with the beam coming in, it's not good. So here's an open area, open bay area. Nice thing about this is it gives you an idea what my barracks was like if it was open all the way down and there were bunks all the way down. So anyway, so we got a bunch of clothes here. All right, well, this is probably about all I'm going to do with these buildings. It's interesting though, very interesting. And so there's where I went in, and I went around the backside and came out over here. And that's the first building that had the open area. And there's that 3253 or 3252 building number. So my car's right down here, so I'm gonna get out of this part of the post, I think, and saw where my old company area is. There isn't much left. I got to walk through these buildings, and these buildings, you know, they were all built at the same time, same block construction, same everything, same doors, same everything. So if it was still around, that's what it would look like. There is a number on this one down here. I didn't go into this one because it's so much of the roof is collapsed in, but I'll take a look at the number. These are all 32 series buildings in this area. And that's 3251, if you're looking right there. fallen down like the rest of it. Looks like they did put stuff over the fascia board and stuff at some point. I don't know if that was there. That was probably there when I was there, I think, but I don't know. Anyway, that brown trim like on those sides, that was there too. So the color of the buildings are all the same. Anyway, out. Okay, so this is the reception station, and as I recall on the left here where it says 160, that was actually like the barracks you go into when you first would get here. That would be my recollection at this point. Probably one side male, one side female. They split them into companies, different companies, but at the beginning they, you process somewhat together. And building 640 here, this is actual, where you actually stood on the footprints, and they brought you in the middle of the night and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Center for Domestic Preparedness, Advanced Responder Training Complex. That's where we went in, and that may be the backside where we went in, I don't know. And then I believe that building down there, 333 type, is where the mess hall was. 303 was probably where we got our initial issue of clothing. All our BDUs and such like that.